All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. I do pray everyone is having a great weekend and is super blessed. As Bitcoin right now, guys, we gotta talk about this, man. As you can see, I'm in a short trade. Next target, $10,499. Smash up the dang likes. You know what? Make sure to like and subscribe to the dang channel. For sure.
Make sure to like and subscribe to Jason Casper. He's the best YouTube trader in the world. He's getting huge. Shout out to the Casper crew.
Yeah, man. So, like, what can I even say? Like, you know, honestly, the price action's looking a little bit shady lately. As we're coming down to a major zone of support. This truly is a make it or break it zone for Bitcoin. And the question we're going to be talking about today is the bull market over? Well, I'll be honest with you. We need to wait and see how price develops over the next few weeks because, as we know, we're literally at a place right now where, in my opinion, if we see price come down a little bit more, it will enter into territory that will absolutely change the trend on the very high time frames. Time frames. Okay? If we can get 1,500 likes within the first half hour, we will be giving away $1,000. We need 1,500 likes. All right, shout out to Spicy Mikey. We got someone in the chat. We got some chatters in here. Shout out to Spicy Mikey. He says, get this guy out of here. You talking about me or talking about someone in the chat? Jason Casper, I'm calling him a $10,000 Bitcoin right now. $10,000 by March 2025. All right. Relax, Jason. Relax. Oh, you're going crazy again. Remember what your therapist told you to do when you were getting crazy. Take those deep plunger breaths. And 3 licks. 1, 2, 3. Okay, woof. Man, we are back in action, baby. All right, now we got to talk about this spicy Bitcoin price action here. We got to talk about the crypto summit, and we got to shout everybody out. Shout out to AP says only retards like this stream. That's true, man. It's only the retards out there streaming on crypto like myself. All right. Now, as usual, guys, if you want to trade right now, I'm trading on WEEX, low fees. Trading on BLOFIN. BLOFIN right now, obviously, was stopped out of that trade. But BLOFIN is offering 10% cash back on everything you deposit, future bonus, and all that stuff. And what else do we have to promote over here? Right, the Casper Crew VIP Discord, where we give the juicy trade setups like this one from last week. Juicy long trade, thousands of dollars of profit. JasonCasperTrading.com, where we have multiple instructors every single day, live trading, giving you their setups, their levels, all that kind of good stuff over at JasonCasperTrading.com. And oh my, I don't know how this picture got here. Oh my, shouldn't show that picture. All right, got to give a major shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's see who we got in here. Shout out to Freedom Man. Shout out to Kenny Mac family. Shout out to Pablin Rivera. Shout out to El Hijo de Dios, the Son of God. There is no stop loss. That's right, there is no stop loss. Shout out to Happy Alien. Shout out to Crowbar. Shout out to Crypto Coons holding it down with the dang wrench. Are we done in Bitcoin? Jets is buying more today. Mike is peaking. Sorry about that. Sometimes when I get a little excited, the mic peaks. I don't know if I should trust you because Trump endorses you. Well, Trump's not the only one who endorses me either, man. There's been other presidents in the past that endorsed me.
Jason Casper, let me tell you, that man is something else. A true warrior for change. He's the first ever trans, non-carbon, binary emission, gender standards major to ever reach 200,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah, which is a good reminder to make sure to subscribe to the dang YouTube channel. You know, if Trump and Obama both endorse me, that means we've had both the former and current presidents endorsing me. And, you know, because Obama was the last president, right? Right? Okay, so Bitcoin right now, $82,000. Let's head on over to the Bitcoin charts and talk about our predicament, guys. Make sure to smash the dang likes. Elon is secretly going to destroy. When did I take this short trade? I opened up this short trade originally, man. Look, we gave the setup back on the 21st of January from 106,000, and I've since added to the trade. All right, since added to the trade here. You know, I didn't think it was going to turn into this, right? But this is short trade given in advance in the Casper crude. All right, from $106,000, just a basic Fibonacci golden pocket, uneven butt cheek pattern trade. All right, let's pop over to the Bitcoin chart here. We're going to start on our daily time frame here, guys, because as we know, on Friday we had the crypto summit. In my opinion, something that was either going to catapult us into the last big pump or something that would signal the all-time high for this cycle. Okay. Now, as we know, the Bitcoin price is coming down to a very important zone of support, which is the mid-70s, all right? Because we have this major support resistance flip coming in right over here from around $73,000. $73,000, Trump wins the election, we get the big breakout, and ever since Trump won the election, we've been talking about this very, very, very key support resistance flip, about how if the Bitcoin price is going to come below this line you see on the chart, that will, for the first time since 2023, since 2022 really, put us into bearish market structure, because since down here we range, breakout, range, breakout, range, breakout, range, breakout, range, breakout. We never have come back into the previous range. So if we're going to come back into the previous range, this marks a major change of market structure on the daily time frame. Now, this whole time, we've been saying, okay, we have some very bearish signs on these high time frames, but if we can hold this level, we're in for one last hurrah, one last big hurrah right here. Now, I want to talk about the scary things here. First of all, the monthly time frame after the February candle has closed has officially confirmed now a bearish divergence. Okay, on the monthly time frame, ever so slight bearish divergence here on the monthly time frame. All right, the bearish divergence, also known as the price is getting higher over time, market Cipher B is getting lower. So, you know, over time you can see as the Bitcoin price gets higher, Sam Bankman-Fried's upside down uneven man breast is getting lower. So this is known as the upside down Sam Bankman-Fried bearish man boot pattern. We have it on the monthly time frame. Now, this is nothing to scoff at. And I do just want to point out the fact that although I do want to remain bullish on Bitcoin here, we have to look at this and say to ourselves, okay, 2 month, we have a bearish shooting star candle here, red dot printing, confirmed monthly bearish divergence, confirmed weekly bearish divergence, confirmed daily bearish divergence, money flow on the daily getting lower, okay? Here is what needs to happen for the bulls to give us that one last push in the next few months. This needs to happen. We need to hold our support from this area right here between this low and our green line on the chart, and we need to see market Cipher B print another green dot here below the zero wave. Why do we need to see that? Well, it's because that's pretty much the only thing that will save this Bitcoin price action from coming down this area and actually changing macro market structure. I want to take you back to the last bull market cycle where we came up to $65,000 with some very bearish signs on the chart. We saw bearish divergences here on the weekly time frame. We saw red dots on the monthly, and then we eventually saw Bitcoin lose the range, right? Bitcoin had this range here that, you know, same as now. But when we lost that range, we lost it, man. We lost it. And we actually got a major move down from that first high, 55% drop. And it wasn't until the weekly printed that green dot under the zero line that we got that final big push. Okay? And I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm saying if we lose $70,000, this is what's most probable to happen is we get a much bigger move to the downside. All right? Now, I do have to say this as well. The more time we spend here, the weaker things look, because we did come down to the top of this box back on 2 weeks ago, Friday, the February 28th, and we got a really nice bounce. All right, we came back inside of this range here, and I was very bullish when we got this candle close. This weekly candle close looked really good on the 2nd of March. But you can see that the price is really struggling to hold above the value area low of the range. Why is that so significant? That's so significant because ever since November 11th, the market has determined the fair price of Bitcoin to be between the prices of $103,000 and around $90,000, $1,500. You can see every time the price comes below that area, the market says, this is oversold. This is cheap Bitcoin. Let's buy Bitcoin here. Let's buy Bitcoin here. Let's buy Bitcoin here. And every time it comes above the level, the market's like, you know what? Let me take profit. I'm going to sell Bitcoin here. I'm going to sell Bitcoin here. Well, the fact that we came into cheap Bitcoin zone, we tried to push it back into fair price, but the market's like, no, actually, I don't really like it, that to be considered fair price. We tried to come back in again. The market's like, nope, no, that old fair price, we don't want to trade Bitcoin there anymore. We want to trade it at lower prices. And that's not really a good look for Bitcoin, especially since when we look at this chart, right? I'm just like objectively speaking here, there's really no support in this area, right? There's really no support here. And so if we can't really get that bounce back to the upside, then it's most likely we come down for more low side. Now, again, I don't want to be bearish on Bitcoin, but when you have all these things pointing to more downside, the monthly time frame bearish divergence confirmed, the weekly, the daily, and the fact that we kind of had our chance to get our bounce here and we didn't do it. The fact that we had the crypto summit event and it didn't give us any kind of catalyst to push us back into the range. I mean, to me, all these things are kind of weak, right? You know what I'm saying? So, look, I'm still going to remain bullish on Bitcoin so long as we don't lose this green box here. So long as we don't lose this green box, I'm still going to remain bullish on Bitcoin because I do believe that we could still get that one last big fake out to the downside and then a big push. All right? Now, what concerns me now is the daily money flow. Because for a while here, we were watching this daily money flow on Market Cipher B as it was curving to the upside here. And I was feeling optimistic about this money flow curving to the upside here, thinking to myself, man, this money flow looks like it's going to keep curving to the upside. And if the price does dip down a little bit lower, well, it's going to give us a really nice looking bullish divergence on the daily time frame, as the money flow at the time looked like it was getting higher, but now the money flow is getting lower. All right. And this momentum wave looks like it has not a long time to go, but I mean, it has some room to the downside here. Right? This momentum wave has some room to the downside. So I want to be looking at this weekly close. All right. We got the weekly candle close coming up in about 5 hours. Okay. Last week, we were looking at this candle saying, this is a strong weekly close. All right. Because we tried to come down, but we closed the candle back inside the range. If we had closed last week's candle below 90,600, you know, I was saying, as this candle was down in this area, I was saying, we got to watch the weekly close, because if it closes below this line here, that's bearish. Well, here we are now, 1 week later, and this weekly candle is about to close below that level. All right, that is not a very strong looking weekly close. All right, that's a pretty bearish looking weekly close. I mean, what would you say about a candle? All right, let's just flip the chart upside down here. All right, we're going to flip it upside down. And let's take a look at this weekly candle here. All right, this weekly candle here. All right, what would you say? We had support, and then we closed that weekly candle nice and big down below. What would you say about that candle? You say, oh man, that looks like a pretty bearish candle, right? We're breaking down. Okay, so now we got the same kind of thing happening here, right? Again, hear me out, guys. I don't want to be bearish on Bitcoin. All right, I don't. So what I want to happen is I want either this level to hold and somehow miraculously, you know, we just make a higher low and in a few days we're back above the POC of the range and we're back off to the horse races, man. That's what I want. All right, I'm still in a long trade from $78,000. All right, I'm still long. Take profit 120K, I think. Let's check it out. All right, let's check it out. Yeah, take profit up here at $119,000. Okay, I'm still in this long. All right, this is a swing long trade. I hope we make a higher low and then just pump back up. Okay, so please don't mishear me here. I don't want to be bearish on Bitcoin, but the chart doesn't look so good. Now I understand the fact that there's never been a bull market top where there's been so much bearish sentiment, because I do have to be honest, I have never really seen so much bearishness in a top of market before. All right, I have not seen so much bearishness in the top of the market before. And there's two reasons why this could be. The reason number one, I think, is because crypto has been around for a while now, and people are used to getting burned buying the top of a bull market. And so maybe people have learned their lesson, right? People know what to look for now. But, you know, the reality is we do have some bearish signs here. So let's talk about some scenarios right now. Scenario number one is that we hold our box and then we make a new all-time high. This is the scenario I hope for. And then we're looking for that all-time high to come in around the summer, fall of 2025. Okay, just based on our 4-year cycle, that's when you would expect it. And you would be looking at your weekly time frame here to print that green dot. And then when we get to that area in 2025 in the summer, fall, that's where you look for that final drive of bearish divergence. And that's like real, in my opinion, the top is definitely in at that point. All right. Scenario number two is we do what happened last cycle. Okay. Last cycle, we made a really nice double top here on Bitcoin. We formed our $65,000 high. And I want you to notice what happened. All right. We were in a bull market. Let's take it from the vid, right? We get a pump, range, pump, range, pump, range, pump, range. And then for the first time, we break that bullish market structure and we come back into the previous range. As we come back into the previous range, we actually find support at the bottom of the previous range. And then we come back to the resistance at the top of this range, right? We had this range here. We had this range here. You can see that the price broke down, started trading within that old previous range from over here. And we found support at the low of this range. And then boom, we came up for that double top, okay? If we see something similar happen to that, we're going to see Bitcoin back down around maybe $50,000, $60,000, give or take, 55K. Because right now we have our top at around 108,000, right? $108,000 top. If we lose our box, that is the doorway back to the old range. Our old range right here is this, right? So we will come back, maybe trade around at this range for a little bit, and then we can hit our new all-time high. And in that case, that's probably going to take a few more months before we actually see that all-time high again. That might be toward the end of 2025. Right? So both of the scenarios I've just laid out here are possible now. And I think within the next few weeks, we're going to know much more clearly. Because if we're trading Bitcoin below the support resistance flip that we had from back here, that is a very weak sign, right? That is not the pattern that we've been seeing since November 2022. And market structure is king, and the trend is your friend until the end. And when the trend ends on the weekly time frame, you gotta change your bias. All right? Just be honest. As soon as we close the weekly candle above this high, all right, back in 2023, all right, back in January 2023, that is when I became bullish. The open mouth thumbnails were abundant on YouTube. All right, the green candle thumbnails with the open mouth, abundant. I was calling for 30K, 40K, 50K. People said, Jason, you're dumb. The bear market's still here. But market structure is king. When you get a market structure change on a weekly time frame, you got to take that serious. So now we're right here. We're about to change structure. Weekly time frame. You got to take it serious, man. Okay? Got to take it serious. And this is why I always say bull markets are for selling. They're not for buying. They're for selling. All right? I hope the top's not in. I hope it's not. But I was one of the few people openly selling my Bitcoin and taking profits on the way up. All right? And I took a lot of garbaggio for it. I took a lot of crapola for it. All right? I had people, haters, coming in my dang chat trolling me for it. But I can say that I sold Bitcoin at $100,000 and I bought Bitcoin under $20,000, and I myself made a 470% gain on my Bitcoin, and I'm happy with the profits I made, even if the top is in, because on the way up, that's when you gotta be selling. That's when you gotta be scaling out. On the way down, that's when you gotta be buying. And I'm not talking about buy the dip in the bull market. I'm talking about after we change structure and it's clear that we're in a bear market, right? That's then when you want to take buying seriously, right? The DCA is serious. All right, I'm not talking about a 10% drop. Like people are like, oh, dude, buy the dip, man. Buy the dip, buy the... Like, this is not a dip. All right, this is not a dip on the weekly time frame. This is not a dip. All right? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. But for me, that's why even here when people are like, you're going to buy more, it's like, no. I already bought what I wanted back in these days. All right? Back in these days. I already bought what I wanted. And now I'm only selling, okay? So I hope we get a scenario like this. I hope even maybe we get a scenario where we come down to the bottom of this area and then put in that next high so I can actually sell my next TP on my spot position, which is just under $120,000. But who knows, right? Because you never know when that top is in. You really just never know when that top is in. Just like you never really know when the bottom is in. So when you're scared to sell, you got to sell, and when you're scared to buy, you got to buy. So those are two scenarios to be looking for right now, as far as like making that next high. Now the scenario that I'm personally scared of, because here's the deal. I am waiting. I've not sold any ETH. I've not sold any Sol. I've not sold any Cardano. All my altcoins. All right. I haven't sold any because I've been waiting for new all-time highs. So I'm going to be, if the top really is in right now, I'm going to be holding those bags, man. I'm going to be holding those altcoin bags that I could have sold, right? So I hope the top isn't in. I hope we either do something like this, and then we get another altcoin season where we actually see these altcoins hit new all-time highs. Or maybe, a few months of pushing the price to the downside, and then we finally get that one last kind of push, just like what we had over here, right? Just like what we had over here. Now, the one thing that's strange, I do have to say, about crypto in general right now is the fact that, the crypto market cap right now is dipping down below what it was at the previous all-time high. And the reason for this is because altcoins are underperforming like crazy this market cycle. Like, none of them have hit new all-time highs. They pretty much haven't come above their 2021 highs. And so what this tells me, there's two things. Number one, Bitcoin right now is carrying the crypto market. Because Bitcoin is, came up to around, what, $100,000, $108,000, far surpassing its previous all-time highs, while these other altcoins have not. So the money in crypto right now is in Bitcoin. People are taking Bitcoin seriously. All right, could it be that everybody's sick and tired of scams and rug pulls and this coin's going to be great and that coin's going to be great? Maybe, I don't know, because I don't really keep a pulse on like what people are thinking in crypto in general. But it seems like there hasn't been like big money going into altcoins. So that being said, there's still room here. There's still room here for another big push on altcoins. If we can hold support, and then Bitcoin pumps again, and there's crypto euphoria again, and then there's altcoin euphoria again. Right? There's still room here. But this is a little bit interesting, a little bit concerning even. Just the fact that in general, like the crypto total market cap, there's less money in crypto now altogether than there was back in 2021. And Bitcoin is really holding everything up right now. Bitcoin is king, man. Bitcoin is king. I'm glad I'm a low-key Bitcoin maxi. Like low-key, I'm not really a Bitcoin maxi, but I'm glad the majority of my portfolio is Bitcoin because I got into Bitcoin for Bitcoin, right? I got into Bitcoin for Bitcoin. There's no other Bitcoin, guys. Bitcoin is Bitcoin. Man, I love me some dang Bitcoin. People always ask me, Jay, why don't you trade altcoins? Why do you only trade Bitcoin? It's just I love Bitcoin. Me and Bitcoin, we got a thing going on, man. She is looking fine today in that purple and blue dress. Spicy. Spicy. Okay, so now we're going to go down to our lower time frames. Like we said, money flow on the daily looking a little bit suspicious. The 4-hour time frame. Here's the deal right now. Again, the thing that could get us out of the woods is this level here. We know we've got ourselves a zone of support just down below here, right? Low 70s. If we come down again, beginning of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, one last big move down. The 4-hour time frame money flow, okay, is looking nice. If we start to see bullish divs on the 4-hour time frame, that is what I am hoping for that big push to the upside. We need to see divergences and we need to see follow through. Divergences and follow through. This looked like what we wanted to see back here, to be honest with you. But it happened on a Sunday and it happened with the help of a fundamental event. something else that I can't help but think as I watch what's been happening here, where twice we have weekend announcements of good crypto things that just lead to pump and dumps, and the potential of some inside trading happening here, where people knowing about these weekend news releases enter into massive $100 million, $200 million leverage trades long before the news comes out, and then short it right away. And then when we actually have a news event during a week where people are expecting it, there's no kind of bullish move. This makes me think, this makes me feel that maybe this is a big rug, man. All right? Maybe this is a big rug. All right? Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. That's a joke. I'm a huge conspiracy theorist, guys. If you don't know me, I'm a massive conspiracy theorist. All right? I'm such a big conspiracy theorist that I live off grid, grow my own food, raise my own animals, have a hand pump on my dang well, stockpile food, and literally cashed out a 401k early to build a dang chicken coop back in 2018, okay? All right, that's how much I don't trust anything, right? Okay? But if I was a conspiracy theorist, all right, I would think to myself, you know what? It is interesting that now that the government is stockpiling crypto, it's starting to dump. Now, again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but if I was the government, would you want to stockpile Bitcoin now at $100,000, or would you want to buy it maybe, I don't know, 50% off? 50% off. All right, and when I look at this previous bull run here, where we just so happened to get 50% off Bitcoin before that all-time high came in, I don't know. Is the pattern going to repeat? You know, it's quite interesting here. It is quite interesting. It seems to me that people are, you know, there's a lot of crypto hype right now that's just not following through. There's just all these bullish fundamental things. There's no real follow through. There's no real pump, right? The election pumped. There was a whole bunch of hype. Donald Trump released a meme coin, right? On the weekend. And then doesn't talk about it, right? And then there's the announcement over the weekend, wow! And then big sell-off, right? The meeting comes and they just talk about how much Donald Trump doesn't know anything about soccer, but you know what? He's happy that the president of FIFA is there with his trophy and all this. Very strange. Very, very strange stuff, man. I don't know if you guys saw that over the weekend. We got to give a major shout. We got almost 3,000 people in the house. Government has infinite money. Yeah, that's true. They have infinite money. But I'll tell you, 50% off, that's a pretty good deal. You know? I don't have infinite money. But if I did, I'd still want 50% off. Got to give a major shout out to our super chats in the house. Crypto Scarface, he says, Bitcoin will bounce from 70. Interest rates are still high. Quantitative tightening still in effect. The real bull run is still ahead of us. I hope you're right, man. That is the one scenario that I'm really looking for. 73K is a strong level, says Crypto Scarface. It was a break of market structure from the previous sideways range. Yes, I agree with you, Crypto Scarface, 100%. Which is why I am looking at this area here as my last hope. And thank you so much for the super chats, by the way. This is my last hope for a potential bounce from this area. Like, this is the doorway here into much lower prices. And again, please hear what I'm saying, guys. I'm not saying that as soon as we come into this area, it's going to be free fall. No. What I'm saying here is we come into this area and now the trend has changed, which means now, instead of looking for higher highs and higher lows, we should expect lower highs and lower lows. Because when you change market structure on a high time frame like the weekly, in conjunction with a bearish divergence confirmed on the monthly, the weekly, and the daily, more downside just becomes more probable. So expecting the big pump becomes less probable as we see more and more signs of bearish things confirming on the chart, right? Now, don't get me wrong, like, we might come down here, might get a big old bounce-a-rooney, and I tell you, the thumbnails on my videos are going to be bullish. I'm going to be bullish. I'm probably going to be long for sure. Setup would have been given an advance in the Casper crew, but probably I'm going to be looking for a short from the Golden Pocket, setup given an advance in the Casper crew, to just come back and backtest this, and then maybe look down to like 55,000, right? So I'm just saying, remember, I'm a trader, so I'm going to be longing and shorting this thing bear and bull market. All right, we've been here for a long time trading this price action in the bear and in the bull, longing and shorting, regardless of what kind of market we're in, right? So, again, as a trader, no matter what happens, it's just another day in the office, right? As a trader, no matter what happens, it's just another day in the office, right? The only difference is when you're trading in a bear market, you trade the range like normal, and then instead of the range breaking out, it breaks down. It's literally the opposite of a bull market, right? You go sideways and then dump, and then sideways and then dump. It's the opposite of a bull market. Sideways and then pump, sideways and then pump, sideways and then pump, sideways and then pump. Bear market, sideways and dump, sideways and dump, sideways and dump, right? It's literally the same exact thing. You're long and short, and you make money no matter what, right? But yeah, $73,000, super key. As my man Crypto Scarface, thank you so much for the super chat, said, you know, this is a major area, and if I knew how to use a computer, which is tough for me to do, you can see the importance of this level, guys, right? It was our resistance. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 taps, and it went on from March 2024 all the way until October 2024. All right. So half a year resistance. If we lose a 6-month support, come on, that's not good. All right, Bitcoin taking another little tumble. Let's go down to our 1 hour and take a look at what's happened here. Let's take a look here. We're going to go to the 1 hour market cipher B. Okay, so yeah, again, our hope, guys, and our life jacket that we're hoping that will support us right now is going to be coming to this box, seeing this market cipher B money flow getting higher on our 4 hour, on our 1 hour, and we're going to have to rely on the fact that things are very oversold, right? The bullish things that we have going for us, although there's more bearish factors than bullish factors right now are that we are extremely oversold on market cipher B daily time frame, right? We confirmed a wave at like -95 almost. Have not seen anything like that since August 2023, which just so happened to be like a major bottom before a big move to the upside, right? So August 2023, major bottom before big move to the upside, and then the time before that was coming down around June 2022 after that last big dump going into the summer range before that one last drop, right? So we only see this happening before like big moves to the upside. Like in general, when we get this oversold, even in a bear market, all right, when we're this oversold, even in the bear market, we get moves to the upside, like 28% pump in the bear market when we're this oversold. Over here, we ended up with a 42% move to the upside, even though we're that oversold. August, obviously, 2023, we ended up with a 350% pump. Obviously, that was the bull market. So the bullish factor here is that we're very oversold. We're printing bullish divergence on our 4 hour time frame as the daily is very oversold, and we're coming down to a major zone of support, so major that at least it gives us a very clear line in the sand, right? And I'm honest with you guys. I'm looking for long trades. We get another dump down into here, I'm absolutely looking to long 100%, because in my mind this is worth the risk, because I'm a trader that uses good risk management, okay? And this is not my exact entry, right? But let's say we do hit $119,000. This is a 6-to-1 risk-reward ratio trade, right? If I have $1,000, I'm risking $10, I'm looking to make, $70, right? I'm looking to make $70. But I'm risking my 1%, my $10 of my $1,000 trading account, right? I'm looking to make 6-7% on my trading account in one move, right? So this is a good risk to reward setup. And if we happen to get a juicy entry from, let's say there's a key level down here, maybe we could do something even crazier, right? Like maybe we could do, a 15-to-1 risk reward or higher, right? You risk your $10 to make 200 or something like that, So that's pretty crazy. 20% on your account in one trade. That's a good trade, And then of course, if you take the loss, you lose your 1%, and then so what? You still got 99% to take other trades with, right? So for me, this area is more risky to not be looking for a trade here, because my options are either I lose 1% or I make like 15% or 20 or whatever it is, depending on my entry, right? So for me, it's riskier to not look for a long here than it is to look for the long down here. And I'm hoping that these very oversold signals are going to start to kind of play out now on good old market Cipher B over here. All right, got to give a major shout out, first of all, to our man Explore with Miles. He says the cycle was oily because of the ETFs, Jason. The blow off top was December. Now we're in a short bear market until we start quantitative easing and rate cuts. Thank you so much for the super chat, my good friend. We got almost 3,000 people in the house. We only got 800 likes in here. Can we get the likes up to the watches, actually? Let me set a little timer, because I do want to give a giveaway today. Set a 5-minute timer, see if we can't get 2,000 likes in 5 minutes here. If just not even all of you, just a third of you like the video, we'll give away $500. All right. Let's see. All right. So the new algorithm will wreck all shorts. I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right. Let's check out order flow. Let's see like what's been happening here. I'm gonna go to a high time frame. I'm gonna go to the daily. I just kind of want to look at things. I don't trade using daily order flow, but okay. So here's something else that is interesting here about this whole scenario. Something that's a little bit more bullish than bearish, in my opinion, is the fact that so far this move, at least on Bitget, has had very low volume and since very open interest decreasing. Right, open interest decreasing. So we're not seeing a lot of shorts opening up here, which means it's not really the strongest move to the downside. Let's check out Binance. Let's check it out. Yeah, same deal on Binance, guys. Big, massive decrease of open interest. We even have like, the volume's not even that high, right? We had higher volume up at these highs here. Higher volume up at these highs here. So low volume, low open interest. It makes me think we could see that bounce. It makes me really think we could see that bounce, right? And then we come back up, and then we see a lot of real profit taking up there. That could be nice, right? But locally, we don't really see much. This is the daily. Interestingly enough, today on Binance, we've seen a lot of trades open up. Obviously, primarily, we've seen the short trades open up primarily today on Binance of a total of 13 billion volume. Isn't that crazy, how the volume on Binance? That's crazy. So today, a Sunday, 13 billion volume. But 553 million more shorts than longs. So in general, more people shorting right now than longing it. Now let's take a look at some other coins here. I want to take a look at ETH, man. So here's the deal, guys. Again, ETH had the chance to get a big bounce. I mean, we really had a chance, and I just want to highlight right now the importance of where we are with ETH. Okay, just hovering around that $2,000 level. This was our support in the previous bull market, and this was our resistance all throughout the bear market. All right, June, and then spring of 2023. Then we break out and retest, and it's our support once, twice. Then we had that chance like 2 weeks ago when we came down. We bounced from the golden pocket. We bounced from the support resistance flip. We closed 3 weekly candles back above the trend line. All right, we gave it a good shot, and then boom, we're coming back down. If we are going to now lose $2,000 ETH, again, I'm not trying to be bearish here, but market structure is king, right? It really is. We have to acknowledge the fact that we are making a lower low on the weekly time frame, and we're coming back into the bear market range. And our next major support is going to be the high volume node confluence with the 786 at around $1,500 ETH, right? Now again, I'm not saying tomorrow we close the weekly candle and then boom, we're here in the next day, right? We might get a big major relief rally and then reject again and come down, right? That is also possible. Again, remember, high time frame analysis is not the same as trading analysis, right? I'm not looking for a short trade here on ETH, okay? I would never want to short ETH at support, such an important support that I know that, you know, this would enter us into a massive change in structure, right? If anything, I would want to see a bounce on ETH here, right? That's what I would be mostly looking for, okay? The short on ETH, well, I was too blind to see it up here because I was feeling extremely bullish up here. I thought we were breaking out of this trend line. We got the weekly candle closed above our trend line. We came back down for a retest and then closed the candle above again. And I was bullish, man. But then we simply just got a basic swing failure pattern. And that was it, right? That was it. Let's see, did we get our likes? We're close. We're close. Did I get stopped out on Bitcoin? There were a few long trades that I had here. Yeah, so that one I was in from last week did get stopped out. It did get stopped out for a small profit. Now, yeah, I could have made so much more on this one, man. Okay, but again, I'm hoping for the bullishness here. Like, I don't know how else to say it, but I am really hoping for bullishness here. But what is up with this window here? Why is this like this? What's going on here? You guys see that? Why is that like that? Give me 1 second here. What is going on with this? There you go. I was hoping for more, right? I was hoping for more. So, you know, I could have closed this out for like a $6,000 profit, but yeah, I got stopped out of that Bitcoin trade. That was the one that we gave in the Casper crew. I forget when. Was that Wednesday? Where, you know, I knew we were going to pump, so I told everyone, hey, I'm taking this trade. Again, I don't give signals in the Casper crew, right? But I let people know why I'm taking trades, stuff like that. All right, JasonCasperTrading.com. Click the link to join the best trading community in the world. Also, you want to trade on BLOFIN? They're offering 10% cash back. You deposit $1,000, you get $100 extra to trade with. You deposit $100, you get $10 to trade with extra. $1,000 future bonus, and depending on your trading volume, you can win all these prizes. All right. Also, if you're looking for very low fees, WEEX, the exchange where, you know, setup was given in advance for the short, and also, guys, ANTARCTIC exchange, the decentralized exchange. Link in the description, and more info on this. But this is an amazing new decentralized exchange with extremely low fees. All right, if you sign up using my link, you get 0% limit order fees, 0.015% market order fees. I don't think you'll get that anywhere else, to be honest. But yeah, that long trade obviously got stopped out for a profit, right? I guaranteed, you know, I wanted to make sure that I was gonna get that profit. Okay, so at least making a little bit, right? Shout out to Joe Potter. He's been watching Wojak videos. I've heard that name before. I should check it out. Tony C likes BLOFIN. I like BLOFIN. Sub 15K impossible. Oh yeah, this is a joke, by the way. I didn't mention that in the beginning of the stream, guys. This take profit is a joke, okay? It's a joke! Alright, remember, I'm just an idiot YouTuber here to show Market Cipher and Bybit. Speaking of Market Cipher, link in the description. There's a 50% discount if you want to buy Market Cipher lifetime, 50% off. CryptoFace gave me a discount last week, 50% off in the description of the video. I also, I don't really show Bybit too much anymore, simply because they are KYC only. But I still do trade on Bybit because I love Bybit. Let's be real. Bybit's a great exchange. All right. I made that picture back when I only traded on Bybit. Now I'm on BLOFIN. Okay. Now I'm on BLOFIN. So ETH, man, if ETH needs to hold this a level as well, okay, we need to see ETH holding 2,000. And here's what we want to see. We want to see potential weekly bull div. We want to see some daily bull dips, and I have to be honest, right now, this does not look so great, all right? Right now, this does not look so great when we're seeing the money flow getting lower here on ETH like this on the daily. It's not looking the best, all right? So here's what we want to see for ETH. We need either to hold the low from Tuesday, the 4th of March. We need to hold this as our low, and we need to make a higher low, and this is a very deep retrace, or we need to simply just take the low one more time and get a bounce. Here's the problem, though. Here's the problem. When we look at the history of this, the fact that we had a low in January 24, another low in August 24, another low in February 25, we had 3 lows here where we were building a year's worth of liquidity. Over a year, 13 months of liquidity, and we've already taken the liquidity. And not only have we already taken it, but we had our chance, guys. We had our chance to close above and to start making bullish market structure, but we didn't do it. So going for that low again is not really as bullish as it was the first time, right? Yeah, we can still get a bounce there. Yeah, we could. But let's watch how this weekly candle closes, guys. Very, very important weekly close this week for Bitcoin, for ETH, for everything, man. For everything. For everything. Let's check out the Bitcoin futures chart. Currently closed. Alright, 87,250. So we will have a CME gap to the upside, guys, this evening when the CME futures market opens. The gap will be up at 87,250. Alright, so maybe we get a little bit of a pump to the upside. Alright. Let's see if we can't smash up the likes here. Because we have almost 3,000 people in the house, but we don't quite have 2,000 likes. Man, that's crazy. Can we get 2,000 likes? Can we get 2,000 likes? I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes. Now, if we get 2,000 likes in the next 5 minutes, we'll do a $200 giveaway. All right? Got to give a shout to our super chats. Give me 1 second here. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're back in action, guys. Let's see. Can we get to 2,000 likes? We got 2 minutes and a half left. All right, 2.5 minutes left. All right, we got some super chats in the house, baby. Major shout out to Explore with Miles. He says, "Oh, we already read his super chat. Thank you, bro." Shout out to PB, who says, "Do you think we're gonna go higher in mid-April, even if you can just speculate?" We have to hold $70,000 Bitcoin. We have to hold this support resistance flip here. all right, then yes. Then yes. All right, we hold this area, then yes, absolutely. We lose that area, then no. No, I would say no. Shout out to Infinity RR Club. Inge, touch support resistance. Please NETA or hope for Inge. All right, we'll look at Inge. Now again, all these coins, guys, they really depend on Bitcoin here. All right, they really do. So we're actually below support resistance right now. So we tapped it a few days ago.
Holy crap, folks, we're dumping and it's going to be huge. We got a massive red candle on the chart.
Sorry, I didn't even mean to do that. I didn't even mean to put on Donald Trump there. But yeah, look, Inge here, guys. We did dip down below the support resistance. And we came and, you know, this is the daily candle right now. So let's see how the daily candle closes. Let's see how the weekly candle closes. You know, if we can close above, obviously that is a good-ish thing. But when I look at the weekly, it looks like we have more downside here. When I look at the daily, there is hope. There is hope. The hope for Inge is that this confirms as a bullish div. Here's the problem, though. We had a confirmed bullish div on Inge already, but we didn't get that move. So for me right now on Inge, if we confirm the week above this level, that is a really like ninja entry right there. I say that's a pretty ninja entry, and you know exactly where to put your stop below the low, and you could target back up to, I'd say, this area here, right? Which would be probably, well, maybe you could target up to the golden pocket area. But I would say just these historic support resistance, flip at 30 bucks. That'd be an extremely ninja entry. Obviously, you do this with good risk to reward, understanding you're catching a knife. A sign of strength would obviously be a reclaim, a back test, the back test, and then you look to long the back test, right? But yeah, I'd say there is some bullish hope here. We're at support. We have potential bull divs on the daily, but I would be very cautious. I'd be very, very, very cautious because we don't have too much bullish confirmation right now. We're front running clear confirmation, which is fine if you're using good risk management, right? If you're using good risk management. Why wouldn't we surge the bull market from 67 to 69? Yeah, that could happen too. I mean, if we dip down below 70K, if we get a wick down on Bitcoin, so, you know, look, there are different levels here to be aware of, right? But in general, I'm using 70K as my general level, right? I'm not going to talk about every specific thing that could happen. Like, yeah, we could get a big wick down to 67, and then see like a V-shaped recovery, of course. That could happen. But I'm talking about clear, confirmed, you know, weekly candle closes below that level. 2,000 likes are too much. Well, we had 2,900 people in the house. You know, we lost a few and I went to pee. But look, I gave a chance to do 1,500 in half an hour. We had 2,500 people in the house, you know, and yeah, I don't think with 2,800 people in the chat, 2,000 likes is too bad to ask. I gave so much time. We've been live for an hour, you know. All right, the reason we dumped is because Trump didn't leave out a recession in his Fox News interview. Shout out to Social Tournaments who says, Jason Casper, why does nobody trade on Binance? I don't know. I used to trade on Binance, and then like they got super strict, man. Like, I remember like I used to trade on Binance futures because that was the only place you could trade like altcoin futures, right? You know, back in the day, Bybit only had like Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Ripple, I think. But then they got so strict. Like, I remember, interestingly enough, Trump did some new stuff that made it very hard for us to trade as traders. But yeah, I remember I would have to like use 3 commas as like a bypass to trade on Binance, and then eventually they would freeze my account. Either they found out I was using 3 commas somehow, and it just became a mess. So I think only people outside of the U.S. trade on Binance. Oh, Apollo ID doesn't work on Binance? Okay, I didn't even know that. I just like, you know, I'm so over Binance. Shout out to Anthony T. Shout out to Kyle. He says it's not hope, just facts. I'm cutting into a context here. I don't even know what we're talking about, to be honest with you right now. Fundamental change in how... Hang on. Shout out to Anthony T. God bless you, bro. Binance manipulates the market, you think? I mean, I like Binance as an exchange. Like, I appreciate Binance. But, yeah, I don't trade on Binance. Shout out to Crypto Coon. Shout out to the Baraka. You reckon we go lower from here? Man, just go back and watch the stream because I've already given it all. I've given it all, guys, and we've been live for an hour, and I am going to head out. All right, so God bless everybody. May the Lord Jesus bless you all. And I will be back, Lord willing, tomorrow when everything's open again. We're going to be getting into this juicy technical analysis. Shout out to the Casper crew. God bless, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.